What's going on, people? I want to talk about the civilized, uncivilized, or better yet, the uncivilized, civilized. Now, I'm sure you guys heard about that story regarding this Christian missionary that went to this remote island and decided to want to spread the good news. He felt that, God spoke to him and God put it on his heart. Now, let me make something perfectly clear. When the Most High sends you to do something, He's not going to send you to a place where you're going to get an arrow through your skull. Right now, these people, from what I understand, they warned him. They sent a warning shot. He ignored the warning shot and decided to want to go back in there again because he was on this so-called Christian, missionary type ordeal. Right? So I'm going to read a portion of this story to you. Clark County native reportedly murdered by remote islanders off Indian coast. Now, pay close attention to this because Dane Calloway has been talking about the natives were originally the color of my skin, right? Copper colored people. And you have a certain group of people out there, not just white people, that don't believe it because they kind of bought into that colonialism type of mentality, like where, for example, in South Africa, they got white people that's in South Africa. So now you've got these white people coming out saying that they're Africans, right? So that's the same way it is with Native Americans, okay? So society has become so used to the white version of Native Americans. So when I say, for example, my mother is Native American, you're going to have somebody say like, oh, you don't look Native American. She don't look Native American. Well, my grandmother's Native American. Oh, she don't look Native American. What does a Native American look like? So they have gotten so used to the white version of Native Americans. So when they see a real one, it kind of completely throws them off. Okay, now, as you guys can see from that screenshot, these are the Indians that they're talking about. And what color are these Indians, right? But anyway, I didn't make that video to talk about that. But I'm going to read a portion of this article, and then I'll put the article on the bottom, and you guys can check it out for yourself. This is just a lesson for people to leave people alone. You got people that want to proselytize, you want to share your belief. And I even have people that do that on my YouTube channel. Like on my Fearless 2005 channel, I've had people that come there and they don't really comment on the topic at hand. They just want to put a bunch of scriptures out there. They just want to come on somebody else's channel, somebody else's video, and preach to them with all these scriptures. They write a whole book of scriptures, right? And I usually block and delete those people, right? And I tell them straight up, I send a warning arrow to them. And I tell them like, look, don't come here proselytizing. If you want to preach, create a video and preach on your own channel. Because when I check out their channel, they have no videos, they have no photos, they have nothing. They may have the photo of a Bible, right? But yet they want to go to other people's channel on their videos and preach. Well, you got people that really don't want to hear that, right? And so I'm going to read this article to you. And I find it quite interesting. I don't feel sorry for this dude because he was in a place that he shouldn't be. And I think that the so-called black Americans should learn from this and should have learned from this in history past, right? A Clark County native was reportedly killed this month by a tribal member of a remote and isolated island hundreds of miles off the coast of India. Keep in mind, India, Indians, and then you see the photos of these Indians, right? Indian authorities said 26-year-old John Allen Chow traveled onto North Sentinel Island, a protected area forbidden for travelers and visitors, with the goal to preach the Christian faith to the natives. He just wanted to save them. I'm reminded, and I shared this video in the past, I shared this story in the past a couple of times, man. I was in the supermarket and I'm down the aisle looking for some cake mix, right? Because I didn't feel like making a cake from scratch, so I'll get a cake mix, right? So I'm looking for some brownie. I think it was brownie mix. And so this white dude walks by. He had his little children with him, little family, and they was wearing black and white shirt, black pants, or skirt, whatever. So he walks by, he saw me down the aisle, he decided to come back and want to save me. Now, keep in mind, he didn't know, even after I told him that I already belonged to a church, this dude felt in his mind that this is a black man, a so-called black man that need to be saved, right? But anyway, nonetheless, I ate the guy up. After I finished with this dude, he didn't want to talk to me no more, right? Because I ended up knowing more about his Bible than he knew, right? So anyway, as long as you believe in something, that's the mindset that a lot of these folks have, man. That feel that they need to save black people, right? So, but this dude goes to this island, decide to want to save these natives, okay? I ain't gonna call them black people because I hate that term black, because we ain't like black. According to Child's close friend, Danny McCarthy, Child grew up in the Vancouver area with his parents, sisters, and brothers. Records show his parents have a home in Salmon Creek. I'm devastated, McCarthy said. He was a great person. He always wanted to serve others, put others before himself. His life mission was to help people. He had the most even temper, the most mild person you could imagine. McCarthy added, I just still can't believe it really happened. Didn't any of his family decide to want to warn him not to go to this country? Don't go, right? Don't go. Maybe that's the devil talking to you. Maybe the devil is talking to you, telling you to go to this remote island where it was known that people were killed before. If these people over here minding their own business, leave them alone. There's a lot of people that's here in this country that need to be saved. Maybe you need to go downtown under these bridges where these homeless folks are and try to save them. You don't need to go off to an island far away that's secluded, that's off limits to you, to try to save some people, right? And I'm going to read a little bit more of this article because this thing over here making that noise, I don't like that noise, man, in my video. It chose not to start making noise until I started making this video. Anyway, in his latest and last quest, Child apparently paid locals of neighboring islands to take him close to the North Sentinel shoreline. And then he kayaked the rest of the way there by himself. The island natives are known to be hostile to outsiders, and 2 fishermen were murdered there in 2006. Now, did somebody warn this boy about that? Right? And notice how they label them as being hostile to outsiders. No, they're just smart, and they more than likely learned from history. Because the last time they allowed white people in there, white people colonized them and then end up pushing them out on reservations, giving them a plot of land, and they probably more than likely, you know, I'm sure know about what's going on with black people here, because maybe they may not have TVs or cell phones or whatever, but they got that spiritual connection, man, like where they can say, they can go into meditations and I see black people and they doing bad, they don't know who they are, they hate each other, all that stuff that's going on. They're aborting their babies. I'm sure they know about that on some level or another, right? So these people are smart not to let white people in there, right? But I'm going to read a little bit more because the thing is getting on my nerves over here. And I guarantee you, after I stop this video, that noise is going to stop, right? But anyway, Indian authorities said Child was injured when he was shot by bow and arrow. He reportedly briefly left the island to return to the fishing boat that brought him out there, only to return to the tribal members the next day, where he was killed. So let me get this straight. Dude was warned. Now, if somebody shoot an arrow at me and that's telling me like, look, go back. Now I'm probably military, so I know those warning shots. So if there's a warning shot and the arrow goes, oh, okay, woo. You ain't got to do that twice. I'm gone. Bye. See you later. I'll go back. They allowed him to leave. He went back to the boat. And he decided to just go back again because he had it in his heart and his mind. He was just arrogant. His mindset was wherever he was from, he just felt he could just watch, you know, just walk right in there and just save these people from their sins. And they're telling you like, look, man, we don't need your book, man. We don't need your religion. We don't need you to come here and try to colonize us, because if we allow one person in here, then somebody else is going to feel that they can come in here and take over and defeat us like they did the so-called black Americans, right? But anyway, I'm going to end it right here because this thing over here is making this noise and I'm about ready to throw it out the window, all right? So feedback, tell me what you think. I'm going to put the article on the bottom so you guys can read it for yourself. Until next time. I'm just thinking out loud.